Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Giggity Racing League. Boomhauer01 here. I'd like to welcome y'all to our regular season finale Dash to Drive, coming to you live from Talladega Superspeedway. We've got a pretty good lineup for tonight. I will be shortly joined with Taddy and RJ Smitty. They're getting everything set up for the dash right now, but as soon as they get everything going, we'll get this here underway. Right now, roll call for the dash. We got Checkmate Taylor in the 22 Ford. We got Burnouts in the 95 Toyota. We got Eternal Rest in the 32 Ford. Pro 75 in the 10 Ford. We got Trey in the 78 Toyota. Napa in the 8 Chevrolet. We got North Sport in the 41 Ford. Titans in the 24 Chevrolet, and Golden Diver in the 6 Ford. It's going to be interesting. It being Talladega, it can be anybody's race. You just got to be in the right spot at the right time. So, we'll see, how this goes tonight. Of course, probably going to be a wild one. The fact that it is Talladega, it is our final dash to get in, because starting next week, actually starting tomorrow with the truck races, the playoffs start, and there is no more dashes. If you're not a regular, you don't race that series. That way, nobody from the Cup or the Xfinity can drop down to the trucks and ruin their chances at taking home that championship. Same goes for, Xfinity and trucks trying to get into the Cup next week, trying to make it fair. So, it's going to be interesting. I already said that. Just job on in here, waiting for the invite and waiting for the guys to get in here. But it's definitely going to be something to see, because as you know, only the top 3 get in. So you've got some people, it's going to be whoever's up front, they're going to be blocking, whichever lane. They want to get in, but they want to win as well. You always want to win, especially if you're up front. But you've also got the people in second and third. They know at any moment somebody from behind can come up and get a run on them. So they're also going to try to maybe get that one extra position to solidify their finish, so that way they actually make the race. And then you've got, I'm pretty sure you'll have some probably waiting at the back, probably, in the draft still, but just far enough back, that way in case something does happen, they have time to react and get out of the way, so it don't take them out. Patience is going to be a big thing here, as it is at every super speedway. Well, pretty much every race in general. You got to have some patience, but here we all know how it goes. I definitely think we're going to see some 3 wide. They're getting it set up now. And contact Teddy, so it won't be long, and we'll get this thing underway here. Let's see. I do have to say, with this being the final dash of the season, I know our dashes have made a lot of hits in the last 2 months or so that we started doing it. So as we get ready for our final one, getting ready to go into the playoffs for our second season, I want to say personally to all y'all who watch this, who join us live and watch and comment and everything, I just want to give y'all a big shout out. Y'all are the reason we do this. We want to put on a show for everybody. If it wasn't for y'all, we're almost to 100 subscribers on YouTube right now. So if you hadn't hit that subscribe button, please do. We'd appreciate it a lot. So thank you very much. That's all I can say. Y'all make this work for us. trying to sit here and think of something to talk about, but it's kind of a little bit, you know, it's lonely in here by yourself. Ain't got nobody to talk to. Alright, well, as soon as I get this thing going here. We got a lot of new guys running tonight. Pretty sure you've seen, well, as I mentioned the roll call for the dash, we got North Sport, Pro 75, and Burnouts. They're all three new. So that's one of the things, taking just a minute, you know, Teddy's going through there and giving them a rundown of the way things work, you know, the rules and all that stuff. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Taking a gander here is who I think is probably going to advance. I definitely got to throw Trey in that 78 Toyota up there. He's really good. He won the first race at Daytona in the trucks this year, so he knows how to get it done on the super speedways. Not to mention, a couple weeks ago, our Wednesday night race at Daytona in our 2019 Custom Cup, he also ended up finishing second that night behind Taddy. So he's got a good handle of the super speedway. So I definitely look for Trey to get up there, probably make his way into the race. I gotta say, I think at Checkmate Taylor in the 22 Ford, I think he's going to be up there probably. He's a fast driver. We run with him in that challenge at Michigan against Bootleg. So, and I gotta say, for the final spot, it's going to be a toss-up. I'm going to have to say it's probably going to be between, it's going to be in the Chevy camp probably. It's going to end up being between Napa and Titans, I believe, for that third and final spot. Now, I ain't saying it's going to be in that order with Trey, Checkmate, and them two, but I definitely think those four will be fighting amongst each other for those top three. Not, you know, singling anybody out. I mean, I know Eternal's good, you know, if his internet holds up. I am anxious to see what Burnouts, Pro 75, and North Sport's going to do. Running Talladega, your first race with us in the dash, trying to make it into the Cup Series. That's a pretty big first race, so we'll get a good glance at what those guys got for next season. Like I said, it should be interesting. Going to have a lot of fighting amongst each other, trying to get to that last transfer spot. I think you're going to, like I said, I think you're going to have some guys trying to be patient, trying to wait it out, wait for the big one to happen. And then you've got your hard chargers. They're going to try to get up to the front and hold that position, you know, as quick and as long as possible. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Alright, and there is the invite. Is Smitty joining us too? Oh, okay. Can you get him? Because I'm about to go live.
Yep, I'll get him. And go ahead and go live. They should be running. Sorry, I had to resend invites.
No, that's fine. All right. Welcome aboard, Teddy.
Hello. We got 7 drivers fighting for 3 spots. No, 6.
Definitely going to be interesting. I was going over the roster and who I think is going to get in. Who you looking to bring it home tonight?
Man, I'm a little interested. There's actually a couple drivers in here that I have yet to see. Norsport and Pro 75. I actually haven't seen these guys race yet. I'm hoping it's pretty good, but we also have a Titans out there that, I mean, you can never... Just a second, it's private, so never mind. You already done it.
As we see, Titans has already got the lead. We've got Trey in 78 and second right now. He looks like he's drifting up to the high line. Got the 6 car. Diver running second right now.
Ooh, somebody's spinning in the grass.
That looks like, I think that might have been Trey. Yes, it was.
Ooh, Trey. Hate to see that. As we have the 41 of Northsports, there's one of our new guys sitting there in 3rd place. Followed by the 8 of Napa fan, and who's that falling out the rear? Is that the 9 car?
Yes, it is. That would be...
I don't know who's in the 9. I think that's at Pro 75.
Yeah.
He won't be in the 9 car later.
He's supposed to be in the 10.
Yeah, he'll be in a different car later. As the 9 and the 41 get into each other, that's both the new guys.
So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. As it looks like
this guy in the 41, Northsports, he told me that he has raced a lot of career mode on this game, not really a whole lot of online. He said he's pretty good at Talladega, but it's looking right now like he's going to be having some issues trying to catch the draft.
As we see, the 8 make a move on the inside of the 6 to get up there to second.
So we have 3 of our normal drivers here. We got Golden Diver, Napa Fan, and Titans up here, 1, 2, 3. As Titans seems to be holding that yellow line, going to make people work to take that spot away from him.
Comes that 9 of Pro 75. Looks like he's trying to get around on the outside, but not having no draft help is going to be hard to do.
Man, I think actually he's in a tough spot here, because this is a super speedway and all about the draft. If you're the 24, the 8, and the 6, there's no reason to ever get out of line. Those 3 just stay nose to tail this whole time, and they're making the Cup Series for tonight.
Yep, because they can easily get around that 24 if they all want to make a move for it. Always will see the 8 and the 6 make a little contact.
Also, the 3 in the front there, the 24, the 8, and the 6, they're actually in one chat, while the 9 and the 41 are in another chat. Oh. So that's going to make that much harder for the 9 car. Yeah.
If you're in the same chat with somebody, you're running 1, 2, 3. You know you've got the spots in. You're going to do everything you can to stay in those positions.
That 9 keeps stepping out though. Oh, the 8's on the apron. Oh, Napa fan goes on the apron. Here comes Golden Diver and the 9.
He loses it, kinda.
The 8's, he saved it, but the only thing he's got for hope right now, him and the Northsport and the 41 car, they must hook up.
Yes,
they have no other option right now. It looks like Trey backed out after spinning earlier. No, Trey's in there. Who's that that backed out? I seen the car on pit lane. Maybe that's base car.
The 95.
No, the 95. Who's in the 95?
Burnouts.
Oh, well, that stinks.
Another new guy.
Never did get to see him run. I seen him run in the development last night, but I didn't see him. This would have been the first time I'd seen him in a cup car. The 9 of... Who is in the 9 again? Pro. If you're him right now, you need to just... I don't know if you're watching the broadcast, hopefully you are, but if you're Pro right now, man, you want to make your cup debut tonight, you just got to stay in line. Don't lose that draft. Those 2 is the second pack. The 41, he needs to do the opposite. He needs to actually fall back, and I don't know if that's Trey or if that's Napa fan back there, but he needs to release and get some draft help, or else he's in trouble. His Titans just holding a good solid line there on the bottom.
Yes, he is.
Doing a great job. Titans is a pretty fast car, you know.
He is. I think he heard you because, oh no, he looks like the 41, it might be lagging a little bit.
I can't tell if that's lag or if he's just having a hard time holding his line there.
I seen him rubber band going into turn 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't see that. But it does look like the 8 car is catching it.
Yep. Back up. I mean, these 3 still running in line up here. I mean, ain't no...
Yeah, there's definitely lag coming out of that. 41 is, I'm following on board with him right now on my screen, and even just the throttle control to it, you can tell clear as day that it's lag issue.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Trey, man, I was hoping, I didn't see what happened to him. I don't know if contact was made or what happened to him there at the beginning, but, man, I was hoping for his sake he could make this final cup race tonight.
I actually picked Trey, Checkmate, and either Napa and Titans. I figured it was going to come down between those 4.
Yeah, and then we're looking at Trey, Napa not making it. Checkmate never did show up. So out of your 4 that you picked, only one of them looks like they're going to advance.
Yep.
This guy in the 9, that Pro 75, he's doing a pretty decent job here. He needs to lift a little more, looks like. He keeps getting right up and pushing the 6, the Golden Diver, but there's just no need for it. You know, he doesn't even have to be that close. He just has to stay within the draft.
And honestly, I don't even think he really has to stay in the draft, really, because the way the 41 and the 8 car, as far back as they are, one of them lagging, it's going to be almost impossible for them to hook up, so...
Oh, this is true. Well, actually, if the 8 were to be able to get around the 41, actually, he could use that lag issue, and it could help him with the lag shot. Yeah, oh, he's going to be there. I'm sure he's in the draft by now.
Oh yeah, he's
if the 41 were to be listening right now, man, if you were to fall back and let that 8 go with you lagging, you'll spike him, which will spike yourself. Other than that, we're kind of looking at there's not really much of a hope for those 2 cars.
Nope. As the top 3 is making the transition from turn 3 to turn 4 now, and 4th and 5th is just now hitting the banking of turn 3. So
it looked like Napa got into the wall there too, and you can see that Napa's seeing more of a lag than what we are.
Yeah.
Getting into the corner, he was staying on the high side.
Yep, he's afraid to be behind him.
Yeah. Well, so much for our 7-car exciting dash here.
I know, right? I figured it'd be in Talladega. We was going to have a lot more people sign up.
How are you seeing via these 3 cars here, the 24, the 6, and the 9? How are you feeling about their skill set going into tonight's race?
Well, obviously they know how to run Talladega. I mean, they're up here running pretty smooth up here with each other right now. But the key is our first race is not Talladega, it's Watkins Glen. Road course.
That's going to be a good hard track.
For them to jump in, I think that'll actually be Pro 75's first road course with us, if I'm not mistaken, because he just joined earlier this week.
Titans road course?
No, Pro 75.
This would be his first actual league race with us other than the dash. He's done a development. Not only would it be his first road course, but it'd be his first ever time on the track with our drivers.
Yep, so that's going to be interesting to say the least. Diver, I think Diver will be alright. Haven't really seen him run too many road courses though, so I'm not sure how well he handles them. But he's a decent driver, so I don't think it should give him too bad of a problem. Titans, I mean, he really hadn't had a problem running any track we've seen this year. I mean, he's been up there fighting them.
I'm not so sure. Did he run the trucks this last week when they went to?
Yes, he did.
They go? How did he do at the road course? I don't guess I caught that.
At Canadian Tire Monday night in the trucks, he, I think, ran second to Noco, if I remember correctly.
Ooh.
So yeah, I mean,
well, I'm interested to see how he does tonight at the Glen. Then the Glen, you know, going into tonight, at turn 1 at the Glen, it's gonna make or break the night probably for half the field.
Yes, it is.
And
it looks
the other
like
end
the
of that
6
is
and the 9 are trying to get around the 24. I don't know if this is a good idea by them or not.
You know, Diver's the truck driver, Truck Series regular, so's Titans, and Pro is a new guy. And for Diver and for Pro, this is going to be the first time any of them have tried to even make the Cup Series race.
And I'm pretty sure they want to win. Don't matter if it's a dash or not.
I want to win this race right now if I'm either one of them. At this point, you can get racy because even if something were to happen, realistically, the odds are in your favor that you're going to advance into the races later.
Yep.
Maybe wait until 1 lap to go. So if you do get spun, the other two.
The 6 and the 9 make contact.
Was that it?
That was it. Oh, it's a good thing that was it too.
So the Titans in the 24, the 6
Diver.
Golden Diver, and will be the 10 car of Pro 75 advance.
Yep.
So what's that put us for Fords for tonight? Looks like Ford's just got themselves a few extra drivers.
Yes, they did. That gave us 2 more, so now we are up to 6 people. I take it back 5. Fluffy said he wasn't going to be able to make it.
Oh, yeah. That's too bad. He was pretty excited there for the race at the Glen tonight.
Yep, so for Chevrolet, we've got Taddy, Smitty, Celtics. We got Little Man running the hot seat in the number 3 car, Spanker in the 9, and Titans in the 24. For Toyota, we've got RKM and Trout. That's the only 2.
AJG, he's kind of questionable. He said he wanted to run, and then he's not so certain. So there might be a 3rd Toyota in the camp tonight.
Well, even so, I'm pretty sure with just being that little people in Chevy and Toyota, y'all might join the same lobby, right?
There's a pretty good chance of it, as I believe Titans makes just 4 Chevys. Yeah, is that what you said?
Yeah, you got you, Smitty, Celtics,
Spanker, Celtics. So that would be 5 Chevys.
And at the most 3 Toyotas. So yeah, that'd be a full lobby right there.
Yeah. Okay.
So for Fords, we've got Plant, myself, Flo in the hot seat.
Oh yeah, I forgot Flo's running tonight. I'm excited to see how he does. Okay, well we're gonna see you guys here shortly. In about 10 more minutes, we'll be starting our Watkins Glen qualifying. So our broadcast will start probably in about 15 to 18 minutes. In about 20 minutes from now, you'll be seeing us go green flag at the Glen with our preset Cup Series 2018 NASCAR Heat 3 for the Giggity Racing League.
Our season finales tonight. We got playoffs starting tomorrow, so let's have some fun.
All right.